It was a cold Saturday morning in late November, the kind where frost clung to the windows and the comforting scent of coffee filled the air. Sarah stood by the counter, her robe loosely tied at the waist as she waited for the toast to pop. Upstairs, her husband James was still asleep, leaving the house unusually quiet for a weekend. That's when she heard the sound. Slow, hesitant footsteps descending the stairs, like someone unsure of what awaited them. It was Michael, their 17-year-old son, wearing his hoodie and carrying his backpack. Going somewhere? Sarah asked, raising an eyebrow. Michael's eyes dropped to the floor. Just meeting some friends, he replied quickly, but Sarah recognized that tone. She'd been hearing it more often lately. Ever since Michael had gotten his driver's license, he'd been testing boundaries, coming home late, skipping curfews, arguing about everything that once seemed simple. "Before you go," she said, her voice calm but firm, "we need to talk about your grades. I got a call from Mr. Hopkins yesterday." Michael sighed and rolled his eyes. "Mom, can we not do this right now?" "Yes, we can," she answered sharply. "You're smart, Michael. But lately you've been slipping, skipping classes, missing assignments. This isn't like you." He zipped up his jacket, muttering under his breath, "You wouldn't understand." And before she could say another word, he was gone, slamming the front door behind him. Sarah stood there, frozen, her chest tightening. Parenting a teenager was never easy, but lately it felt like she was losing him. The sweet boy who once hugged her every morning before school now seemed like a stranger sharing her roof. Later that afternoon, James came downstairs, hair tousled and eyes heavy with sleep. "You look like you've seen a ghost," he said. "Michael," she murmured. "He's been acting out again. I don't know what's going on with him anymore." James rubbed the back of his neck. "He's growing up, Sarah. Remember when we were his age? We thought we knew everything, too." Sarah shook her head, her worry etched deep. "It's more than that, James. He's angry about something. I can feel it." As evening turned to night, Sarah's concern grew into full-blown panic. Michael still wasn't home. His phone went straight to voicemail. James tried to reassure her. He's probably hanging out with friends. But Sarah couldn't shake the heavy dread pressing against her chest. By midnight, she couldn't take it anymore. She called every one of Michael's friends until finally, Tyler answered. "Mrs. Parker," Tyler said nervously. "Michael was here earlier, but he left after we argued." "Argued about what?" she asked, her voice trembling. There was a pause. "He wanted to drive out to the lake by himself. We told him it was too dangerous, it's freezing out there. But he said he needed to think." Sarah's stomach dropped. The lake was 20 minutes away, down a winding road that iced over easily this time of year. She grabbed her coat, and before James could even finish putting on his shoes, she was already out the door. The drive felt endless. Her hands trembled on the steering wheel as snowflakes swirled past the headlights. The silence pressed in, broken only by the hum of the engine and the pounding of her heart. Her mind raced with regret. Had she been too harsh? Had she missed the signs that he was struggling? When she reached the lake, her headlights caught sight of a car parked near the edge of the frozen water. Her breath hitched. It was Michael's. She jumped out, calling his name into the cold night air. "Michael, where are you?" A voice came from the dock. "Mom." She turned and saw him sitting at the edge, knees pulled to his chest, staring out over the dark water. Relief and anger collided inside her as she hurried toward him. "Do you have any idea how scared I was?" she shouted, her voice breaking. Michael didn't look at her. "I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't know where else to go." Sarah knelt beside him, her breath visible in the frosty air. "Talk to me," she said softly. He stayed silent for a long time, then finally whispered, "I messed up. I got a D in math, and Coach said I might lose my spot on the basketball team. Everyone expects me to be perfect, the perfect student, perfect son, but I'm not." His voice cracked as tears slid down his cheeks. "I just wanted to disappear for a while." Sarah's anger melted, replaced by heartbreak. She pulled him into her arms. "Oh, Michael, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be honest, with yourself and with us. We love you no matter what."